Welcome to Module 4, where we're going to explore what might be the most important topic in this entire course: understanding the dramatic differences in rebuild quality. This is where the rubber meets the road, because all the savings in the world doesn't matter if you end up with a poorly rebuilt car that gives you nothing but problems. By the end of this module, you'll know how to spot the difference between excellent rebuilds and corner-cutting work, and you'll understand why who does the rebuilding matters just as much as what car you're buying. Let me start with a fundamental truth. Not all rebuilt cars are created equal. The rebuild quality spectrum ranges from absolutely professional work that's indistinguishable from factory standards, all the way down to amateur repairs that might look okay on the surface, but have serious underlying problems. At the high end, you have professional rebuilding companies that specialize in specific brands, have invested in proper equipment and training, and follow rigorous quality control processes. These operations might rebuild hundreds of vehicles per year, and they've refined their processes to deliver consistently excellent results. At the low end, you have individuals working in their garages with basic tools, limited experience, and often focus on getting the car running and looking presentable as cheaply as possible. And there's everything in between: small shops that do quality work but might not have all the specialized equipment, larger operations that prioritize volume over quality, and individuals who are skilled mechanics but might not have the experience with the specific type of damage they're repairing. Understanding where a particular rebuilt car falls on the spectrum is crucial to making a smart purchase decision. Professional rebuilding operations. Let me tell you about the best rebuilds I've encountered, because this will help you understand what excellent work looks like. Remember that friend I mentioned who was so impressed with his rebuilt car that he bought another one for his son? The first car came from a shop that specialized in rebuilding one specific luxury brand. This wasn't a general repair shop that occasionally did rebuilds. This was a company that focused exclusively on taking damaged vehicles of this particular brand and returning them to like new condition. They had all the right diagnostic equipment for that brand, relationships with OEM parts suppliers, and technicians who understood the specific engineering and construction details of those vehicles. The result was a car that looked, drove, and performed exactly like it would have from the factory. I've seen similar quality from other specialized operations. There's a shop in my area that focuses exclusively on pickup trucks. They understand frame repair, bed replacement, and suspension work, all of the specific challenges that come with rebuilding trucks. Their work is consistently excellent because they've invested in the right equipment and developed the expertise. These professional operations typically document their work extensively using OEM or OEM equivalent parts, and often provide some form of warranty on their rebuilds. They understand that their reputation depends on quality, so they don't cut corners. Signs of professional work. So, what are the signs that you're looking at a professionally rebuilt vehicle? First, the paintwork should be flawless. Professional shops have proper spray booths, color matching equipment, and skilled painters. You shouldn't see any color variations, orange peel texture, or overspray on adjacent panels. Second, panel gaps should be consistent and match factory specifications. Doors, hoods, and trunk lids should align perfectly and close with the same solid feel as a new car. Third, all safety systems should function properly. Professional rebuilders know that airbag systems, stability control, and other safety features need to be properly reconnected and tested after major repairs. Fourth, the mechanical work should be invisible. You shouldn't be able to tell that major components were replaced just by looking under the hood or underneath the car. Fifth, all the little details should be right. Wiring should be properly routed and secured, bolts should have the correct torque specifications, and everything should look like it belongs. The brand specialization advantage. I want to emphasize the advantage of brand specialization because it makes such a difference in the quality of rebuilds I've encountered. When a shop specializes in rebuilding specific brands, they develop expertise that general repair shops simply can't match. They understand the common failure points, the proper repair procedures, and the little tricks that make the difference between adequate work and excellent work. They also develop relationships with parts suppliers that specialize in those brands. This means they can get OEM parts more easily and at better prices, which often translates to better quality rebuilds at competitive prices. The shop that rebuilt my friend's car had rebuilt hundreds of vehicles of that particular brand. They knew exactly how to repair the specific type of damage his car had suffered because they'd done it many times before. The result was a repair that was actually better than factory in some ways because they'd learned from experience which improvements could be made. Amateur and corner cutting rebuilds. Now, let me share some examples from the other end of the spectrum, because understanding poor quality work is just as important as recognizing excellent work. I mentioned earlier that I once bought a rebuilt car where the mechanical work was solid, but the cosmetic repair was done on the cheap. The car had been in a front corner collision that damaged the bumper cover, headlight, and some suspension components. The suspension work was excellent. They completely replaced the damaged components with OEM parts and the car drove perfectly. But instead of replacing the damaged bumper cover, they decided to repair it and repaint it to save some money. The problem was that the paint they used wasn't the same quality as the factory finish. It looked fine initially, but after a few years it started chipping and flaking. So it became obvious where the repair work had been done. This taught me an important lesson. Even when the mechanical work is good, corner cutting on cosmetic repairs can affect your satisfaction with the car over time. The non-OEM parts problem. Let me tell you about an even more frustrating experience I had with a rebuild car where non-OEM parts created ongoing problems. This was a car that had been in a moderate rear-end collision. The rebuilder did competent work repairing the damage, but they used aftermarket parts wherever possible to keep the costs down. The car ran fine and looked good, but problems emerged when I needed routine service. I took it to a mechanic for brake work, and he got confused because the brake line routing wasn't what he expected based on the factory service manual. It turned out the rebuilder had used aftermarket brake lines that connected differently than the original parts. Later, when I needed a little suspension work done, we ran into similar issues with bolts and clamps that weren't the standard sizes. The repairs worked fine, but it added time and frustration to routine maintenance because mechanics had to figure out what the rebuilder had done instead of just following standard procedures. This experience taught me to ask detailed questions about what parts were used in any rebuild and to factor potential service complications into my purchase decision. Garage-based rebuilds. I also encountered rebuilt cars that were repaired by individuals working in their garages, and the quality range here is enormous. On one hand, I've seen excellent work from skilled mechanics who took pride in their craftsmanship and had access to proper tools and parts. These rebuilds can be just as good as professional shop work, especially if the person doing the work has relevant experience. On the other hand, I've seen some truly frightening examples of amateur work. Cars where the safety systems weren't properly reconnected, where structural repairs were done with inadequate materials, or where cosmetic work was used to hide underlying problems. The challenge with garage-based rebuilds is that there's often no documentation of the work that was done. There's no warranty, and there's no way to verify that the proper procedures were followed. You're essentially trusting the skill and integrity of someone you probably don't know. Red flags to watch out for. Based on all of these experiences, let me share some specific red flags that should make you walk away from a rebuilt car. First, poor paint quality is often a sign of corner cutting elsewhere. If they didn't invest in proper paint work, what else did they skip? Second, panel alignment issues suggest either poor workmanship or structural damage that wasn't properly repaired. Doors that can't close properly or panels with inconsistent gaps are a serious warning sign. Third, electrical problems often indicate hasty or improper repair work. If the lights don't work correctly, there are warning lights on, or electronic systems behave erratically, that's a red flag. Fourth, unusual noises, vibrations, or handling characteristics suggest mechanical problems that might not have been properly addressed. Fifth, missing incomplete documentation about the rebuild work makes it impossible to verify what was actually done. Quality indicators to look for. On the positive side, here are some indicators that suggest you're looking at quality work. Extensive documentation of the repair process, including photos of the damage and repair work, receipts for parts, and records of inspections. Use of OEM or OEM equivalent parts rather than cheap aftermarket alternatives. Professional quality paintwork that matches factory finish standards. Proper operation of all safety systems, including airbags, stability control, and other electronic features. Evidence that the rebuilder specializes in your type of vehicle or has relevant professional credentials. A willingness to discuss the repair process in detail and answer technical questions about the work that was done. The inspection process. In the next module, we're going to cover the detailed inspection process you should follow before buying any rebuilt car. But let me give you a preview of how understanding quality differences affects the inspection. When you're looking at a professionally rebuilt car, your inspection can focus on verifying that the work was done properly and that all systems function correctly. When you're looking at an amateur rebuild, your inspection needs to be much more thorough because you're essentially trying to determine whether the car is safe and reliable. The key is adjusting your expectations and inspection intensity based on what type of rebuild you're considering. What's coming next? In Module 5, we're going to put all this knowledge to work with a comprehensive pre-purchase evaluation process. You'll learn exactly how to inspect a rebuilt car, what questions to ask, and how to use professional inspection services to verify quality before you buy. We'll also cover the documentation review process and how to research the specific damage and repair history of any vehicle you're considering. Wrap up. So, to recap Module 4, rebuild quality varies dramatically from professional work that's indistinguishable from factory standards to amateur repairs that might have serious problems. Professional rebuilders who specialize in specific brands typically deliver the best results. Key indicators include paint quality, panel alignment, proper parts usage, and thorough documentation. Understanding these quality differences is crucial to making smart purchasing decisions and avoiding problem vehicles. I'll see you in Module 5, where we dive into the detailed inspection process that will help you evaluate any rebuilt car before you buy.